Hey, we're at the TP-Link booth here at CES 2013. TP-Link, not a lot of people has heard about this company. Can you give us more explanation and where they came from and how they're doing right now?
Sure, no problem. We're networking manufacturer based out of Shenzhen, China. We've been doing this since 1996. We first started doing business overseas after having become the #1 wireless and broadband CPE provider in China. We are now the #1 wireless and broadband CPE provider around the world by units shipped, not by revenue, by units. So our competitive advantage is that we own our own manufacturing facilities, our own R&D. We make everything from the adapter with the product. We have plastic injection molding, so we make the cases as well. So everything that is in your TP-Link product, we do, and we take a great pride in the quality of our products and the fact that we can get it to market at a price that people can afford. I have a few examples of these this year. We're coming out with a few innovative products. The first is our 802.11 AC product. It's the latest in the Wi-Fi standard. So this will give you 1,750 megabits down. That's 2 streams, one 2.4 gigahertz stream, and that's 450 megabits, so that'll work with all your older devices. The 5 gigahertz stream gives you 1,300 megabits per second, so that's actually faster than wired Wi-Fi. Now this device also features 2 USB ports, so you can actually share your printers, you can share a hard disk. It's got a media server, so you can actually play your files directly onto your client devices, as well as an FTP server, so you can actually download your files over the internet from your router. Just below that is our adapter, so any PC or laptop that you have that isn't AC yet, you can actually just upgrade with this. You'll get 433 megabits per second over the 5 gigahertz standard on your device, which is incredibly fast.
So the wireless router, is that available now, and what's the retail market, the pricing?
These will be out around Q2. We don't have a solid price on it just yet. Closer to the launch date, we will have prices on that.
So Dan, tell us more about this mini pocket router that you have here.
Okay, this is great for travel. It has a built-in adapter, so you don't have to carry any wires with you, getting all tangled in your bag. It's got 300 megabits per second, so it's more than fast enough to handle most of your applications on it when you're traveling. What you can't see here is that underneath it actually has 2 other ports, one for your WAN connection, then an additional one for another device. It also has a USB port, so you can plug in a hard disk and actually share that around your network, regardless of whether or not you have Ethernet connection. So this is a really fantastic device for conferences or in your hotel if you want to save on the cost of Wi-Fi that the hotel might charge. Around the other side is a similar device. So this is similar to what we just saw, but a little bit more basic. So it's 150 Mbps, so half of the speed, but it's very, very convenient because the plug is actually embedded in the device. So as you can see, it's very, very small. It's a CES 2013 Design and Engineering Showcase Award honoree. Underneath, it's got a single port, so you can plug in your Ethernet cable at your hotel or wherever you are. And a really great thing about it is that it's got a hardware switch, so you don't actually have to log into the web GUI to actually change the mode. You can switch from AP to router without any configuration at all. Wow. It's pre-encrypted, so you don't actually have to log in and configure your SSID and password. You just look on the back, input your information, and you're online, just like that.
Wow, great. And then you got another product here, right?
Yeah, so what this is basically a mobile router with a SIM card slot where you can just put in your SIM card and have a 3G mobile hotspot. The great thing about this device is it got a 2,000 milliampere battery, so you'll get 6 to 7 hours of wireless sharing. You can have ideally up to 5 to 6 people on the device at any given time. It's also got a slot for a 32 gigabyte SD card, so you can store data as well.
So what would be the difference if I were to use this device compared to my smartphone, which also has a hotspot?
Right. Okay. So if you were at, say, for example, a conference, you wouldn't want to have everybody over your own smartphone due to the data cap, for one. More to the point, your battery is going to run out in no time. So this is great if you're on business a lot, and if you're at, for example, a shared conference or a mobile office, it's very easy to set up very quickly.
So Dan, what do we have here? We have the wireless and range extender.
Yeah. So this is, I'm sure everybody's heard of a range extender, but the traditional problem with the range extender is that it was a lot more like a router. So you would never actually deploy it in a place that made sense, for example, in a hallway or on a stairway between floors where you actually needed to extend the Wi-Fi. The great thing about this product is that because you can plug it into a wall, you can actually deploy it anywhere you like, in the hallway, between stairs, without obviously tripping people up with wires and whatnot. Now, it's really easy to set up. You press the WPS button on your Wi-Fi router and the WPS button on the repeater, and you're set up. Easy as that. Nothing more to it.
So is this compatible with other manufacturers?
Absolutely. It's 802.11n 300 Mbps Wi-Fi, so it's standard Wi-Fi, will work with anything.
Wow, great. And then now you have the, the entertainment adapter?
Yeah, the reason this is called an entertainment adapter is basically because a lot of your devices will be too far away from your home router, which will often be in the office or somewhere else, where a lot of those devices don't actually have Wi-Fi. Now, in order to get them connected to the internet, you actually have to run a Cat5 cable all the way, and if you want them all connected, then you have to run several Cat5 cables. That does away with all of that. What this is basically a universal media adapter where if your TV or your set-top box, your DVD player needs Wi-Fi, you just plug in a Cat5 cable from the device to this device. It's got 4 ports, so 4 devices, and it'll automatically have Wi-Fi, just like that.
Great. So what are the prices on both of these?
We don't have prices just yet, but these will launch somewhere around Q2 this year, where obviously we will have prices available.
So Dan, we have PLC adapters here. Can you kind of explain what they are?
Sure, no problem. These are fantastic little devices. Obviously, they're smaller than what you might have seen before. We have 2 versions. One is a 200 megabit per second version. The other is a 500 megabit per second version. Now, obviously, these things are very, very easy to set up. You plug it into the wall, plug another one in somewhere else around your house, and it'll automatically connect itself using your home's existing electrical circuitry. To set up the security, you just press a button on the one, and then go upstairs or downstairs or wherever it may be, press that button, and it's automatically encrypted with 128-bit encryption. Now, these are fantastic for anybody that wants to stream HD media or play online games, because it's a very robust connection using a wired connection as opposed to Wi-Fi, which sometimes can experience hiccups. Now, above this, we actually have our Wi-Fi PLC. Now, this is a hi-fi PLC. Now, hi-fi means hybrid Wi-Fi. This combines both the PLC technology with Wi-Fi technology. Now, traditionally, you have had PLCs with Wi-Fi, but what you'll have there is that you'll end up with a bunch of different hotspots around your home. What this does is it'll actually aggregate them. So the PLC will copy the profile, the SSID and the password of your existing, be it a PLC or a router, and propagate that throughout the network. So as far as your device is concerned, you're always in the same network wherever you are around your home. It's like one big super network. Yeah.
And what's the reliability on these?
Fantastic. As good as any wired connection. Okay. Yeah.
And price range and availability, what are we looking at?
These will be available this month, and you're looking at somewhere around $89.99. This one will be out again in Q2, and we don't have pricing on that yet. Okay.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.